Hi everyone. It's Saturday, 27th, I think. I am so incredibly tired. And this is my fault. All the jobs in the house, all the house jobs are done, all the housework's done, everything's done, change my bed, got all that washing that was in the vault, all the stuff that got damaged made wet during the leaky airing cupboard incident, that's all been washed and we've sorted it all out and thrown a load of stuff out and it's all away and everything's fine, and the only things really left to do at the house are to sort out the garage and Anthony's room. But so basically I treated myself to some Fallout 4 and I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning, and I must remember I'm 52 years old and I've got to stop doing this. I'm knackered. I think I'm knackered anyway, but so I've had real trouble getting up this morning. I even went back to bed for an hour. That was Liz. So it's just gone 3 o'clock and I'm just leaving the house to go to the hospital. I'm so tired. And I've got a blinding headache as well. It's just, I am, and I always have been, and I've said this for many, many, many years, I am my own worst enemy. I really am. Anyway, I'm waiting for the inevitable rain today. April showers, of course, but yes, it's going to rain. It would be a nice drone flying day. I could try and be a bit more adventurous with it, but I could have got my, if I wasn't going to the hospital every day and I still had the house to myself, I could have got all my my steering wheel and my pedals out for my PS5 and played Gran Turismo in VR. I have not literally played that in months. I've only had 2 gaming sessions really since Liz went to hospital, one of them being last night, so maybe I'm being a bit too hard on myself, but yeah, there we go. Anyway, it's quite a nice day. It's quite bright. This is typical Total Ramblings, isn't it? Why is this called Total Ramblings, I wonder, I hear you ask. And I've had many, many letters on this topic. Back in the very early 1990s, I wrote a book called Total Ramblings, which was just a stream of consciousness of just me typing a load of stuff, weird stories about lodgers that I had. One of the lodgers was a penguin who was a supervillain. Then bloody Wallace and Gromit came along, nicked that idea. Brilliant. Anyway, I had this vast underground base that was sentient and that was expanding in all directions by itself, and we had many, many hundreds of sub-basement levels and stuff like that. And I found a little enclave of Stanley the Penguin called Penguin World, and his enemy were the elephant mob. And I had loads of little stuffed penguins, each with their own different names. One of them was a stupid penguin called Books, Penguin Books. Yeah. Anyway, and also as I was writing this, I was living with my grandma at the time. I think I had it on my very first PC. Actually, I was writing this, and adverts would come on, and they'd get incorporated into this narrative, and it was just weird. It was not Douglas Adams stylish, but I was trying to go for my own style where just random things would just happen out of nowhere. And anyway, I printed it out, took it to work, and it was very popular at work. Loads of people wanted to read it. So Total Ramblings 2 came along, and I wrote that. And that's really where the name comes from. It's just Total Ramblings. I was trying to come up with a name for this vlog, and I came up with Total Ramblings. So that's where it's come from. I'm also feeling a bit guilty this morning because I've been getting messages from my friend Siobhan this week inviting me to our friend Adam's 50th birthday party. And so it's on a bank holiday Monday, but it's a school night, right? And it's in London, and I tend to go to the office on Tuesdays, and I'd like to go, but the thing is, right, every time I agree to go somewhere, I spend the next however many days worrying about it, and the existential dread kicks in, and it just does my head in, and I just think I hate to let people down really, but I just can't face it at the moment. I did a work do because it was a work do, and my boss was trying to encourage me not to be a recluse, and it would be good to go to this thing, but as I say, it's a work night, it's in London. In other words, I'm not going to have my car with me, and my car is kind of my sanctuary, right? So in here I can talk to you, I can have my own thoughts. I'm in charge of my own travel, my own timetable. When you're on a train or public transport, you're having to rush everywhere to make sure you don't miss the train, and you're kind of on someone else's timetable, and it's just it's not as freeing. It's not. Anyway, again, I'm just rambling today. Maybe I won't even use this clip because I'm just talking a load of crap this morning. But hey, that's the purpose of this vlog, right? It's partially so I can get things off my chest. And today I'm just feeling very confused and conflicted and not feeling very well and very tired. Potential idea around the staying up late playing the PlayStation. I've charged my PlayStation Portal and I've put it on the bed. So maybe I could play Fallout in bed, and if I naturally fall asleep, that's fine. Could also have my iPad up watching YouTube at the same time. But, just a thought. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to shut up now because I'm actually making myself quite thirsty. And I've got the burps coming on now. Hey there, it's the evening. Right, I'm now going to do something I've been meaning to do for a while now, and that is I am going to build some Lego. Now today's Lego is set 60439. It's the Space Science Lab. As I may have mentioned before, Lego have kind of gone all in on space this year. So they've released a whole load of space sets, and this is kind of like part of the second wave, I suppose. It's going to go with my space base, which I will show you in a video once I've built this. So, as you can see, it's designed to sort of hook up with the command base. Don't know if I'll do that or not, or whether I'll just have it as a separate building. But I've got a little plan for a little diorama that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to build this now. We'll have a little review of it afterwards. And then I think it's space base time, finally. Yay! Okay, here we are. It's probably about an hour later. It's completed. There are 7 stickers. There's the remains of the sticker sheet, which I will put in the bin. There are 4 bags and 4 instruction manuals. So basically, I don't know why I'm bothering to show you the pictures of on the covers because they're all the same. But essentially, each manual, each booklet covers one side of the base. So we've got these large sort of transparent black pieces at the top here. We've got like a sort of docking station here for something I will show you in a minute. But as I will show you now, the whole thing opens up. So obviously it's like a science lab. On this side we have a door that opens like so. Okay, just show you that there. We've got this sort of alien tree thing in the middle. We've got sleeping quarters. We've got laboratory sort of bench, power thingamy-bob here. And on this side, we have an airlock that opens up. And this is where you can link it up to other the other set. Coming with that is this sort of funky speeder bike type thing, and that is explicitly designed for this guy in a wheelchair, and he just goes onto there. So basically we've got a bit of diversity in here. This guy is able to have his own transport. We have one other minifigure here. Okay, and finally it looks like they've recruited one of the aliens who is here. Now whether he's a traitor to his own kind or whether they're friendly aliens, I don't know. I like to think that they're like a parasitic alien horde. Well, not and then basically we're on this planet and we need to kill them all, but that's just me. That's just me because I'm insane. But yeah, so there we go. It all folds up quite nicely. Don't know how well I'm doing here with the holding the camera. Probably not very well. And there we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you this as part of this year's Space Base. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Armstrong Base and its many proud personnel standing in front of it. Now, Armstrong Base is on the planet Rizella 2, and it's overseen by Columbus Station, which I've done pictures of before. Not on this vlog. Columbus Station was a massive station made out of 4 of the new Lego Space Station sets. It's huge. Anyway, unfortunately, Columbus Station had a slight translation error when determining its mission statement, resulting in the phrase, "just one more thing," being used instead of a quote from, you know, Columbus and not Columbo. Anyway, unfortunately, we had a similar issue here on the Armstrong Station, Armstrong Base rather. Again, there was a translation issue, and the phrase "extraordinary allegations require extraordinary evidence" instead of a proper quote from Neil Armstrong and not Lance Armstrong. Anyway, the base remains committed to the total extermination of the resident species, which generally appears on the whole non-hostile, but you can never really be sure. This is the set that I just built. You can attach it to this, but I think you have to kind of swing these supporting struts out the way, and I think it looks better without. So anyway, you have to do a small EVA if you actually want to get in there. Rocket launch platform, couple of rovers, a command rover. There's 4 of these construction mechs around, some science stations, a bunch of robots, a couple of little ships, a couple of interstellar vessels there, a couple of modules that are from the station above. So yeah, this is Armstrong Base. I hope you enjoy. Thanks. If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.